Hello and welcome to ranking all of the UK rivalries, apart from the Irish one, which is Limerick v Cork. I don't know why it's on there, but at the same time, I didn't make this template. So we've got some new tier list to go through. So we've got, at the top, defo a scrap, and the best rivalries in the leagues. And at the bottom, you've got, what the bloody hell is that? And then obviously, you've got to have a middle. So we've got decent watch, and then you've got hit and miss, which I've named in the honour of Gennaro Gattuso. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe, you know what I'm getting at. So let's start off with AFC Wimbledon versus MK Dons. Now this one, I'm going to put sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe, because personally, I've not really watched it that many times to be able to judge brilliantly. But at the same time, I know there's hatred for MK Dons because they're basically a franchise, been relocated a couple 100 miles from Wimbledon to Milton Keynes. And why would you pick Milton Keynes of all place? Milton Keynes is probably full of tab ends and takeaways from Saturday nights, mate. Bloody hell. And then we're going to move on to, and I'm not going to immediately do Arsenal v Tottenham, man. Let's move on to Watford v Luton. And I'm going to put this in decent watch. Now, don't shoot me, because I don't think I've watched this one before. That's why I'm putting it in decent watch. I believe I may have watched like half of the game, but decent watch. It can be a really good game. It can get feisty. It might not get feisty. But feel free to let me know if I am wrong in the comments. And if you have an opinion, I'm happy to listen. Southend Colchester. I'm not going to rank it because I don't have a clue about the rivalry. So we're now going to move on to Stoke v Vale. I'm going to put it in great viewing. It's not happened in a long time, I don't think. I don't think they've drew each other in the cups either. But when it's on, it can be a good viewing. And our first defo a scrap has to go to Wolves versus West Brom. It happened in the FA Cup and they had to suspend the game because fans was pouring onto the pitch. You had Wolves fans in the West Brom end. It was chaos. And to be frankly honest, there was probably a scrap in there and all while the Wolves fans were celebrating in the West Brom end. And it just got me thinking, what the hell has gone off in West Bromwich? And to be frankly honest, I'm surprised there isn't a Birmingham v West Brom on here. But at the same time, this is only like the big rivalries. Plus, they might have forgotten a few. And we're now going to go quick fire if this ad can get off my screen. So go away. Quick fire. Crystal Palace. What the bloody hell is that? It's not even a proper rivalry, is it? It's basically two teams from random places. Dundee's, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe. And then we're going to go with Hearts, Hibs, great viewing. Preston, Blackpool, I'm going to save that one. Oxford, Swindon, decent watch. Not seen it before though, so I don't know how good I am at judging it. Immediately we're then going to go on to Celtic Rangers, which is definitely a scrap. There's always chaos when I watch it. And I know I've got to include one big rivalry in the quick fire round. And then you've got Blackburn against Burnley. Great viewing. I've always seen it as a really good game, but it's not defo a scrap territory. And defo a scrap, I don't mean in the fans, I mean on the pitch. Because there's always scraps in the fans, no matter who you play. It don't matter if you're Sunderland and you're playing Plymouth, or if you're Plymouth and you're playing Exeter. And that is a good shout. Plymouth v Exeter is not on this list. So, you might have to listen for my ranking of Plymouth v Exeter, and that's going in defo a scrap. Especially now that Caleb Watts has left Exeter and joined Plymouth. I hope he gets scrapped on the pitch. Not in like a bad way, but in a traitor way. Manchester United, Leeds. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe exactly the same's going to happen to Preston, Blackpool. And exactly the same is going to happen Where is it? To not West Ham and Millwall. West Ham and Millwall are going in great viewing, because it might not happen, but it's still bloody cracking. Oh, there it is. Chelsea Tottenham. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe. We had drama like the Antonio Conte Tuchel, and that could have got it promoted into great viewing. You also had the Battle of the Bridge. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm putting it in defo a scrap. But I'm going to put Arsenal-Chelsea there instead. Arsenal-Chelsea. I don't really remember massive things coming out of that. And then you've got some really big rivalries here. So we're going to start off with Portsmouth against Southampton. Great viewing. It's not always guaranteed to have a scrapping. And another one that's going to go in great viewing, Swansea and Cardiff, as I've just had to save myself from burping. It's just decent, innit? And immediately, there for a scrap, Manchester Derby, Arsenal Tottenham, so North London Derby, Liverpool Man United, Birmingham Villa, Sheffield, the Forest Derby, and the Norwich Derby, and the Merseyside Derby, the Tyne-Wear Derby. No, that's Man United Leeds. I thought I'd already ranked them. Oh, God. Yeah, I put them in I put them in there. Sorry, I'm just messing up, I think. The Bristol Derby, and then the Fulham Chelsea is going there. So that's my tier list. And you're probably thinking, why have I just gone quick fire? A, I've got multiple videos to record, and I am sorry for the fact that I've not been able to do multiple videos. And B, it's just self-explanatory, innit? North London Derby, it always seems like they're scrapping. They're also intercity derbies, so like Bristol, Mersey, and I know Mersey's not technically a city and it's a county, but don't shoot me. You've got the Hearts one, because Hearts and Hibs are based in, I think it's the same city. You've got the Lancashire one, you've got the East Anglian one, you've got the Sheffield one, and the Birmingham one. Yeah, I've just come back from Birmingham, actually. So, I've been in Birmingham, and it's an absolute hellhole. Let's just put it that way. And surprisingly, I've got none in awful. I'm really surprised. I'm putting Oxford Swindon in awful. Just so awful doesn't feel left out. That is my tier list. Thank you for watching. And make sure you like and subscribe. And also, I just want to thank you for watching my Championship early predictions. And I do appreciate your thoughts. And I also want to say, yeah, it might be a little bit optimistic for my Derby County thinking, but if you look at what Eustace has done to Championship sides, maybe you can see where I'm coming from. But either way, you're just gonna have to see what happens when it comes to match day 46, innit? Wallahi, goodbye.